Today we take a look at the new Hot Toys Hawkeye Kate Bishop from the Disney Plus series Hawkeye. You can grab your very own Kate Bishop from Sideshow Collectibles, a link is in the description. The Hawkeye series was one of my favorite Marvel Disney Plus series. It kind of felt like a 90s action comedy, and I loved it. It had a lot of fun moments and characters, from the tracksuit mafia bros to the reintroduction of Kingpin into the MCU. It was great. Now, several months after the show has ended, Hot Toys finally decided to announce Kate Bishop. Why did it take Hot Toys so long to announce any figures from the series? We'll never know unless Howard Chan is willing to spill the tea. Howard, if you're watching, and we know you are, please let us know in the comments. Also, is Clint Barton coming? What about Padme? This highly anticipated figure looks great. Personally, I think Hot Toys nailed the head sculpt. To me, this looks like Haley Steinfeld. The paint and texture on the face of the prototype look very well done, from her pores to her beauty marks and slight freckles. The makeup looks great too. It seems some out there feel that the head sculpt is a bit off, and others are saying it looks nothing like Haley Steinfeld. I can understand people who say it's a little off. I personally think if anything needed tweaking, it would be her eyes. But looks nothing like her? Not at all? You don't see Haley one bit? This feels like a case of what color is the dress? Pictures sometimes do not do a head sculpt justice. For instance, Jedi Rey from Rise of Skywalker. In hand, the sculpt looks great, but in pictures, it was a bit iffy. Though I'm so glad I went with my gut and got her before she sold out. One thing about the head sculpt that did baffle me initially was Hot Toys' inclusion of the cut on her chin and the bandage. At first, it looked like a mole, but then I was able to see it for what it was. It still looked out of place as the rest of her face was clean. Did she really have one spot on her face that was cut? So I did what anyone else would do. I went back and watched the Hawkeye finale to see how accurate the head sculpt was to the show. And wouldn't you know it, the cut on the chin with the bandage is there, and the Hot Toys head sculpt makes sense. The finale was the first look at Kate in her new costume, and she was a bit banged up. Now, Hot Toys did miss one other cut on her cheek, which I'm hoping they add, especially if they are trying to make it accurate to the finale. Now, as always with these previews, this is not the final head sculpt, and Hot Toys will possibly make tweaks to the head sculpt before they go into production. So we may get an even better sculpt than this one, which would blow my mind, because I think this is great already. One last thing on the head sculpt, and it's a weird one. She comes with a movable ponytail. Yes, you heard that right. It's a movable ponytail. I'm not sure how that will work, but I'm guessing magnets. That should be a cool, if not odd, feature. I wonder if you can side ponytail it. I don't know, we'll find out when she comes out. I love both new Hawkeye costumes, most likely because purple is my favorite color. And they do look pretty sweet in purple, don't they? The costume looks screen accurate. The top is exquisitely colored with different shades of purple. It looks to be made from several types of material. You can see the different fabrics here, here, and here. There is also a small addition of pleather on the arm for decoration. Luckily, the material looks like it will stretch, so it will not hinder dynamic poses. The costume includes a pair of black pants, which look like they are made from a regular cotton material. Then going down the pant, you get to the front of the knees where the material looks ribbed and most likely stretchy. This is great because it will allow the knees to bend to their fullest. She gets a stylish yet functional utility belt which can hold up to 6 arrowheads. As we'll see later, the arrowheads are interchangeable. She gets a crossbody shoulder belt which the quiver will clip onto. The costume also includes a left arm guard because archery. And finally, she has a sweet pair of combat boots. The boots look a little weathered, and if you look closely, it looks like they are a split boot. Huzzah! Increased posability! Hot Toys did a great job disguising this because you can barely tell, but if you look really close, you can see the little line that goes across the middle of the boot. Accessory-wise, she only comes with the essentials. 8 interchangeable gloved hands, which include a pair of fists, a pair of bow-holding hands, a pair of open hands, and a pair of arrow-holding hands. She comes with the previously mentioned quiver and arrows. The arrows feature interchangeable trick arrowheads which can be stored on the utility belt, but you already knew that. She comes with her bow, which includes a wood grain pattern. Look at these pics! The detail and paint application are astounding. The wood grain and dry brushing and the paint apps bring this bow to life. I think this looks so good and realistic. Lastly, she comes with the normal Marvel hexagonal base with the series logo. I wish they would have opted for a dynamic stand for Kate, which would have allowed for more pose options. Kate Bishop comes in at $270, which is the new norm for figures with head sculpts and minimal accessories. I kinda wish this had a few more things though. Mainly Lucky the pizza dog and maybe a pizza box with some pizza in it. I mean, they could have easily thrown Lucky in for this price. Other than those, I'm not sure what else I would have added. I think she is pretty much complete. My guess is Lucky will be included with Clint Barton. Kate will be arriving sometime between July 2023 and December 2023. Fingers crossed. Personally, I'm excited for this figure. I love the show and I love Kate Bishop. Haley Steinfeld did an amazing job bringing this character to life. Hopefully we'll get Clint Barton, who was teased in the promo photos, and possibly a Kingpin. Ooh. So, you have a ton of figures but no space, or you're still using DTOFs. It's time to upgrade. Learn how to make this beautiful display case that can hold 20 plus figures per shelf in this video right here. Or check out my other figure previews here.